Hello, I'm back, and I think I have a fix for my goof. Okay, so I decided to cheat. I just bought rollers online. These are 3D printed rollers from a place called Franker Fab, and I don't know the longevity of these, but I'm going to try them out because they're certainly a lot cheaper than the steel ones. But I'm going to open this up and see what they look like. Franker Fab. Well, that looks pretty nice. Yeah, these were $95 for a set of 3 of them with no shipping. And I swear, I looked everywhere online to find rollers, and I couldn't find any. And as soon as I built this thing, then I find some. So that's why I chose the ones that I used, those gold gate rollers. These are metric cores, unfortunately, but I don't really care. They're close enough to 3/4. And this one here, I'm probably just going to end up having to bore it out to 1 inch to fit the part I already made. But hopefully they don't break when I try this. But he did say that you can return them, no questions asked. So if I break one, that's on me because I'm going to alter it. But if you bought these and one broke, you can just send it back to him. And it also says that if he doesn't have something on the website that you're looking for, that you can contact him and see about just having him make the size that you're looking for. So that's a really cool deal. So if I have a problem with this one, if I break it because I'm going to bore it out, I could get a hold of him and just see about having him make me one that fits what I want, you know. So I got 1.25 inches because that's the size I'm going to be mainly bending. But if I wanted to get different sizes, I can get different sizes. He has ones up to 1.5 inches. However, he says he doesn't recommend going beyond the 1.25 inches for tubing because these aren't really, I don't think they're probably strong enough to do anything larger than 1.25 inches and like a 16 or 14 gauge tube. But yeah, he has, I think they go from like 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches or something like that. So I would check out their website if you're looking for something that's relatively cheap to start out with, and if you don't want to buy the steel rollers, these ones are definitely worth looking at. So these rollers are a bit smaller around than the ones I started with, and they're quite a bit wider. Probably going to have to take this thing, well, I'm going to have to take this thing apart. I think I can just cut these away, make new ones, and just make it wider by about 1/2 inch. And make new shafts to fit everything. Like I said, I'll have to bore this one out. I'll have to widen this guy out. Fortunately, I left enough right there. I think I can just cut all this away, move this back, re-weld it, and it'll be pretty much done. But annoying, much annoying that I found these after I'd already done all of this work. Alright, I don't have a lathe, so I have to do this the dumb way. Obviously, if I had a lathe, I would have just fixed the metal ones that I have. But I'm going to have to bore this out with a hole saw. And I used my caliper to try and make sure it was centered, but this is a crapshoot. I mean, I don't recommend doing this. Just talk to the guy and see if he'll just make you the size you want. Which I could probably do for this, but I'm just going to risk it and see what happens. Alright, after much screwing around, I got this guy to fit on there. It has a little bit of a wobble, but not too bad. I don't know how I'm going to lock that on there, but figure that out. Alright, I'm going to cut this apart and widen it out about a ½ inch. I'm going to do that off camera because I'm sure nobody wants to watch me do this all twice. And then I'll try reassembling this thing and see if it works. Alright, here goes nothing, or everything, whichever way you want to look at it. Well, I think that's it. My drive wheel here is slipping on the shaft, so it's not gonna. I'm not gonna be able to put enough pressure on it to get the roll all the way around. And I've taken quite a bit of a corkscrew shape to it because this piece is leaning backwards and allowing the wheel up here to slide forward. And so it's got crooked at some point, and it just kept going. So now it's like really kind of shaped like a piece of a spring. But the concept is kind of working. If this pushed straight down and kept everything in line, I wouldn't be having that problem. But yeah, I think I'm done for right now. Okay, to show you what I have going on here, this is how bad it got. Okay, the reason it took such a corkscrew is because all of this is moving. And this wheel here was slipping and it moved forward. Now, I don't recommend building this. This was purely an experiment to see if I could make something that worked in a shop press. But there's no such thing as a bad experiment, just bad results. I do recommend these rollers from Frankerfab though. For 3D printed rollers, they're pretty solid. So check out frankerfab.com. So, I apologize for wasting your time. This was just an experiment, and hopefully you come back and watch some of my other stuff, because I'm going to be building some other tools. I'll probably do another version of a bender using these parts. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.